Alright, welcome back to Adobe Muse CC. In this tutorial we're going to cover working with color. So we've already explored the fill command a little bit with generating images and generating sort of blocks of color. If you go into the fill properties, you can basically adjust whatever color you want. So it's pretty interactive here. I'm working on the background color. You can also drop the opacity slider here. So if you want it to be a little more transparent, that's an option you have. You can also click in here and switch between RGB and HSB sliders. So if you rather work with hue, saturation, brightness, you can do that. Or if you want to do with the red, green, and blue, you can do that too. And you can work with the actual numerical number for the specific color, or if you know the actual RGB colors, you can put them in here. And the other options you have in the fill category here are some other ones. If you click in here, besides adding an image, you also have the ability to create what's called a gradient, which is pretty cool. So just check the little gradient box. And then in here, you can flip it from horizontal, which right now is going from side to side, or vertical. So you get this kind of effect going up and down. And if we wanted to swap these colors, as you can see here, we got yellow on one side, black on the other. What you would essentially do is click in here and choose the yellow, and then on this side choose the black, and then you basically swap them that way. So that's one way you can work with the gradients. You can't add additional points in the gradients, kind of like Illustrator, so you just have to realize that, which is a little bit different. But you can choose colors in here and kind of update, so you can get a couple of light colors. So it doesn't have to be black or white with the color. It can be two different colors, which is really fun. So this is kind of interesting right now. The other thing you want to realize with working with color is when we choose to generate a color using the rectangle tool or some other tool here, there's the ellipse also, you can choose the fill, and then once you click in the fill here and pick a color, we have this issue where one color is on top of the other. You can see here basically the graphic. So just like in Illustrator, you can right click, arrange, and send to back or send backwards, and it'll be behind the actual object. And again, once it's selected, you can drop the opacity of that color, so you can get this kind of effect. You can also open up the effects properties and choose to have either a drop shadow, a bevel, or a glow. So if I want a drop shadow there, I can make this kind of graphic kind of pop off, especially if I increase the distance a little bit as I drag here, and give the illusion, more illusion of depth there by doing that, which can be kind of fun to play around with. Or I could apply a bevel, or both. Right now both are being applied, so I can turn off the shadow and just have the bevel. So when I click out, you can kind of see the bevel effect there. So there's just some property options. I mean, the color fill here is pretty much straightforward. Again, choosing some gradients, possibly adding effects like a bevel or an outer glow is another one that might be an option. I'm going to turn off, or actually I have to select it first. Click on this layer here, and then do there we go. Sometimes a little finicky to select. Click on the effects and uncheck the bevel. Let's try that glow and see what that would look like. Right now it's not looking too bright because of the green there. Even if we crank it all the way up, you're not getting too much of a glow there. So just realize, we could have an inner glow and get this kind of effect also, which is kind of interesting. So play around with these, see what you can come up with the effects and with the color fills and strokes, and do realize you have always that option of working with the opacity, which can be lots of fun. Until next time, see you soon in Adobe Muse CC. Cheers.